Have you ever heard of a place so shrouded in mystery that just its name sends a shiver down your spine? A place where reality seems to bend and the line between our world and another becomes terrifyingly thin. Tonight, we're going on a journey. Join me as I brave the midnight corridor and uncover what really happens when the clock strikes 12. The Midnight Corridor. It's a name whispered in hushed tones. A local legend that has captivated and terrified people for generations. Many claim to have ventured into this eerie passageway, but few have returned to tell the tale, at least not without a new, haunted look in their eyes. Those who have shared their stories speak of experiences that defy all logic, things that make even the most hardened skeptic question what they know. So, what is it about this place that's so frightening? I think one of the biggest fears people have when even thinking about exploring the Midnight Corridor is the pure, unadulterated unknown. What lies ahead, lurking in the suffocating shadows. When you step inside, the darkness isn't just an absence of light. It feels like it has a life of its own, a heavy presence that presses in on you, making it impossible to distinguish reality from illusion. Every creak, every echo, every distant sound gets twisted by your imagination into something monstrous. And then, of course, there are the supernatural elements. People talk about ghostly apparitions, fleeting figures that vanish the moment you try to focus on them. They mention disembodied voices whispering your name from empty corners and unexplained noises that seem to come from nowhere and everywhere at once. Cold spots that drained the warmth from your body in an instant. These are just a few of the challenges that thrill seekers and paranormal investigators face when they decide to venture into this forsaken place. Beyond the paranormal, the fear of being alone is a major concern. It's a primal fear, isn't it? Imagine being trapped in a long, dark, seemingly endless corridor with no visible escape, and the only sound is your own ragged breathing, your own frantic heartbeat pounding in your ears. It's a daunting prospect, to say the least. The silence is so absolute, it becomes deafening. Some people who've gone in have reported feeling an intense sense of dread, an unshakable feeling that they're being watched by unseen eyes, followed by something that stays just out of sight. Others have spoken of something even stranger. After leaving the corridor, they experience strange, vivid dreams that seem all too real. Nightmares that feel like fragmented memories of their time inside, filled with distorted hallways and shadowy figures. It's as if a piece of the corridor follows them home, embedding itself in their subconscious. As you make your way deeper, the very atmosphere changes. The air grows thick, heavy, and charged with an unsettling energy. It's a feeling that's hard to describe, but everyone who's been there mentions it. It's as if the very fabric of reality is beginning to warp and distort around you. Some claim to have seen shadowy figures darting around the edges of their vision, while others have heard faint whispers right in their ear, even when they're completely alone. The experience can be overwhelming, a full-on assault on your senses and your sanity. It seems the Midnight Corridor has a profound, lasting effect on those who dare to enter. Many reports feeling changed afterward, as if they've been forever marked by their experience. Whether it's the adrenaline rush from the thrill of the unknown or the sheer, bone-chilling terror, those who venture into this place are often left with an impression that never fades. It's like a psychological scar. They come out different than when they went in. Over the years, countless stories and legends have sprung up around the corridor. Some say it's a gateway to another dimension. Others believe it is haunted by the spirits of those who got lost and never found their way out. A few of the more fantastical tales claim that explorers have stumbled upon hidden rooms, secret chambers filled with ancient relics and mysterious artifacts that don't belong in our time. One popular legend tells of a group of friends who ventured into the corridor. As they walked, they noticed that every doorway, every marking on the wall, started to look identical. They tried to turn back, but found themselves lost in a never-ending loop of the same stretch of hallway. A spatial anomaly that trapped them for what felt like hours, or maybe even days. They eventually found their way out, but were disoriented, and had no memory of how they escaped. But of all the stories, one stands out. It's the one that has become a chilling local cautionary tale. The story of a young woman and the figure she encountered. She went into the corridor alone, just after midnight. After walking for about 10 minutes, she saw something at the far end of the hall. She described it as a tall, imposing figure wearing a long, dark coat. It was perfectly still, just a silhouette against the deeper darkness. She couldn't make out a face, but she said she could feel its gaze on her. And then, she saw its eyes. She described them as glowing like hot embers, 2 points of faint red light in the pitch black. According to her account, the figure began to move towards her, not walking, but gliding, its presence filling the air with an unspeakable horror, a wave of pure terror that rooted her to the spot. Her flight-or-fight response kicked in, and she managed to turn and run, not daring to look back. She said she could feel it behind her, a cold presence that seemed to be right on her heels. She burst out of the corridor's entrance, gasping for air, her body shaking uncontrollably. The experience left her shaken to the core, and she refused to ever speak of it in detail again. The story of the woman and the figure in the dark coat has become a local legend, told to scare anyone who gets too curious about the Midnight Corridor. But is it based on truth? A genuine paranormal encounter? Or is it simply a product of a vivid imagination, fueled by fear and the power of suggestion in a creepy place? That's for you to decide. That encounter left her with more questions than answers. What was that figure? A ghost? A demon? Something else entirely? And what did it want from her? The mystery of what truly resides in the Midnight Corridor remains unsolved. In conclusion, the Midnight Corridor remains one of the most compelling local mysteries I've ever come across. It's a place where the fabric of our reality seems to unravel, where the laws of physics might not apply, and where the brave or the foolish can come face to face with the unknown. The stories that emerge from this place only add to its dark allure, drawing in new generations of explorers. What really happens when the clock strikes 12? Maybe some things are better left unknown. What do you think? Is the Midnight Corridor a real paranormal hotspot, or just an urban legend that has grown over time? If you have any of your own experiences or theories about places like this, I would love to read them. So please, share them in the comments below. And if you're interested in more deep dives into urban legends and mysteries, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. Thanks for watching.